I'm going to begin by asking you of what you made of those disappointing industrial production data. Where is that pain really coming from? Capital goods, lower investment still. How are you reading into that data?
No, in fact, I think we started off with the premise that there was some kind of a recovery in industry last month. I think that was a wrong interpretation of facts, because the fact remains that there's nothing much which we are seeing happening at the ground level, and we continue to stagnate as far as industry is concerned. We need to realize that so far we have always been focusing more on the supply side, saying that we need to lower interest rates in order to bring about higher growth through the industrial sector. But the fact remains that I think a major reason which has been pushing industrial growth down is the fact that demand is down from both consumption, investment and government sector. So I think that's the primary reason as to why we've had stagnation for the first 5 months of the year. And unless there's some kind of a turnaround, a dramatic turnaround in fact, in terms of either consumption, investment or government expenditure, I really don't think we'll be able to really scale up our industrial growth. So really what we are looking at is something like 1 to 2% for the entire year, based on the fact that consumer spending begins to increase during the October-December festival season, which is also the time when the harvest money is typically spent. And probably some kind of minimal expenditures coming from industry, because we've been hearing a lot about investment projects being cleared. But unfortunately, what the kind of syndrome which we've gotten into is that we keep interpreting all these intentions for implementation. So just like we have the MAFA syndrome, we have the I5 syndrome today, and we need to get out of it. I think that that's only the time when we will start working on what should be done in order to get certain results.
So you're saying that what we really saw for the month of July, Madan, then was just a one-off case, and at least for the next 2-3 months, we're not going to see growth pick up beyond 1% or so?
Yeah, absolutely, because even when we saw last month when there was a blip, it was more on account of capital goods, in fact electrical machinery, which did well, and that was a one-off case. And we should remember that last year on a month-on-month basis also electrical machinery had negative growth rates. So that's why it probably got translated into a high positive number. So when I think again go back to saying that we need to have the backward linkages which be fostered from the consumption demand side. So unless there is a revival in consumption demand, only then can we think of investment increasing. Because if you look at RBI data, it shows quite clearly that capacity utilization rates today are in the region of around 70 to 80% across various industries, which means that only in case there is some major increase in demand, only then will there be some kind of necessity for industry to invest. Otherwise, it's going to be just business as usual for industry.